Our Tempranillo. Many of you know we champion Spanish and Portuguese varieties up here in the hills, and Tempranillo is a grape from the north of Spain originally. We don't grow Tempranillo, we source Tempranillo from the northern end of the hills from a vineyard in Chittering. In terms of style, we like to make a medium-bodied savoury wine with some nice savoury elements. We're trying to make a food wine. A lot of the clonal material in Australia for Tempranillo is probably not the best, and we typically find the fruit comes in with rather large berries. This means we have to work the cap very hard to get the flavour and the colour and the tannin that we require in this wine, but it's never really a full-bodied red, it's always a more medium-bodied, accessible red. I think the other really interesting element to our Tempranillo is the oak use. We use Hungarian oak to mature this wine, and I always find the Hungarian oak gives a real meaty, smoky bacon flavour to this wine, and we use that to accentuate the natural savoury characters in Tempranillo, the spiciness, the earthiness, the dustiness. I think there's a lot of conjecture in Australia about just when to pick Tempranillo. It's not a grape we're used to working with. In Spain, tempra means early. It's the early one, and they typically pick it quite early in the season. In Australia, we tend to treat it like Shiraz and pick it very late. I've found in the Chittering vineyard there, Tempranillo ripens quite quickly, and then tends to sort of hover around the same flavour profile for a prolonged period of time. I don't see any advantage in leaving it on the vine to shrivel or to increase in BOMO once it's reached this flavour profile, so we tend to pick it a little earlier than most other producers. On the nose we see some lovely spicy lifted aromatics. On the palate it's some lovely mulberry, dark cherry sort of flavours mixed in with the mocha and spice of that oak with a nice soft dry finish. Because of its quite savoury profile and because of its medium-bodied type palate, this wine will match a broad range of wines. I always like to look for foods with some more unusual flavours, some gamey or smoky and charry sort of notes. Mediterranean style dishes, risotto, I think will be a great match. Because this wine is not a wine of great structure, it's quite a soft wine, I recommend only medium term cellaring.